and you wanna write it down. Would it kill you just to listen?
What's going on, y'all, and welcome to My2Cents 2.0, the channel that keeps you smelling great without breaking the bank. And welcome to episode 1. Now, some of y'all might actually recognize me. Not that I'm famous or anything like that, but I do have another YouTube channel. Or did. Or hopefully will still have a YouTube channel. So at least, possibly, 10,151 of y'all might recognize me. And for those of you who don't, my name is Brian, and I've been a fragrance content creator for about 6 years. Well, I've taken about 3 years off, but about 6 years ago, I started another channel called My2Cents. And that channel was all about helping you boost your confidence through the art of fragrance and helping you become a lasting scent memory. That might sound familiar to some of y'all. Hopefully it does. But unfortunately, about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, my YouTube channel got hacked. So as well did my Google account, and I have not gotten it back, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it back. I've been talking with YouTube, and we've been going back and forth. I don't know if they actually believe that I had a YouTube channel. I can't access my YouTube channel, but it's been kind of a pain in the ass just trying to get in contact with anybody that's not AI. But they're working on it. I might have that channel back, but what really sucks is, like I said, I took 3 years off from that channel because I really just I needed to take a break. A lot of things had changed in my life. I got married. I now have stepkids. And I sold off like 50-60% of my fragrance collection. Now, I've been collecting for a very long time, but I'll tell you why I sold off some of my collection, well, a lot of my collection, here in just a little bit. But like I said, it sucks because literally the day that my account got hacked, I filmed 7 videos to post on that following week to kind of revitalize my 2 cents. And it was literally, I don't know, a couple hours after that I got done filming those videos, and my channel didn't exist anymore. Or actually, it did exist. Somebody decided to, start a live stream on there on my account about Bitcoin. I don't do Bitcoin. I don't know anything about Bitcoin, nor do I care to. That's like monopoly money in my opinion, in my eyes. But for those of you who do Bitcoin, have at it. Make your millions in monopoly money. But the thing that I was going to do with my 2 cents for this year is I was going to really focus on affordability, like affordable fragrances, frugality, if you will. And if you don't know what frugality or being frugal is, you should Google it. It's about saving money. Everybody needs to save $1 or $2 these days, because I don't know whether or not you've noticed, but the economy kind of stinks. But it doesn't mean that you have to, and it doesn't mean that I have to. I've missed collecting fragrances. I've missed a lot of my collection. And luckily, I have a very supportive wife that really kind of just gave me the nudge and the push to do this channel again. Well, the other channel, to get it going again. But now it's gone. So, you know what? It was her idea to start My2Cents 2.0. So here we are. And what is this channel going to be all about? Well, I'm going to tell you. This channel is going to be exactly what I was going to do with my other channel. We're going to talk about affordable fragrances. We together are going to build a new fragrance collection. As you see, I don't have that many fragrances up here. Now, I do have plenty of fragrances. I just haven't put them all up here yet. I have a whole perfume closet downstairs in my room that has a lot of my niche fragrances, my designer fragrances. I got a lot of cheap fragrances down there. But what I really want to do is focus on getting this filled up from here on out with affordable fragrances. And that's going to be designer and niche and indie and Middle Eastern fragrances, or as many of y'all like to call them, dupes, clones, inspirations. But we'll get into how we're going to go about that, or how this channel is going to go about clones, dupes, and inspirations here in a minute. So this is how this channel is going to play out. All right. I'm going to find the most affordable fragrances that I can, that smell great, that really scratch that itch for you, and that can help you build a fragrance arsenal that'll slay Russia. I don't know why I said Russia. You know what I mean. It conquer nations. That's a terrible analogy as well. Yeah, that's just going to make you feel great. all right, that's going to have you smelling great. So my vow to you all is this. I'm not going to talk about fragrances that are over $100. This is a $100 or less channel. Not a dollar more, not a penny more than $100. Over my many years of collecting fragrances and loving fragrances and the whole olfactory experience, I have seen an uptick and a rise in prices, especially as of late. In the last 3 years, fragrances have got ridiculous. In fact, give you a quick analogy. I guess this was right after Christmas. I went with my daughter and my wife we went to Sephora at the mall in downtown. And I walked in there, and I've always been a fan of the YSL line. And I knew they had an elixir come out. I saw some reviews, and a lot of people were like, we're talking trash about it. Well, that's fine. To each their own. So I went and smelled it. I loved it. Then I looked at the price tag, and I was like, no, I don't love it as much anymore. $190 for a 60 ml. Now, Dior kind of, set the standard now with these elixirs, because even when that came out, 4 or 5 years ago, it was expensive for a 60 ml. Today, I went to my local mall right down the road, and I went to Macy's, and I wanted to try that new Bleu de Chanel L'Exclusif. And so I did. I went, I sprayed it on a tester strip. Oh man, that smells so good. And I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually kind of fell in love with it. And I asked the gentleman, I was like, how much is this? About $200? He goes, yeah, I think so. Didn't even know how much it really was. So he went and rang it in, and this is 100 ml, $275. I literally, my nuts literally crawled up into my throat, and I was like, no, I'm good, I'm good. How much is the 60 ml? $205? No. Sorry, I'm having some testicular problems right now in my throat. Too much, way too much. Everything, even discounters are becoming more expensive, but there's still quality fragrances out there. They're out there, which brings me into my next talking point. I am going to be reviewing a lot of these hype fragrances that are coming out and that have come out. Say, let's do this one right here. I haven't done it yet, but this is going to be my first video. All right, 9 p.m. night out. All right, quite affordable. Don't know what it smells like yet, but you'll have to stay tuned to hear my first impressions on this, or my little short review. First impressions. I'm actually going to review every single one of my fragrances, which means I'm going to wear them for over a week. Anywho, I digress. So I'm going to do a lot of these high fragrances, but really what my goal is to find fragrances that, are hidden gems, rare finds, fragrances floating under the radar. Because a lot of these fragrance influencers, and I've been watching a lot of these guys for a very long time, a lot of them are the reason that I decided to get on YouTube. But if I wanted to start a channel, which is funny for me saying this, if I started my channel, this is my first time ever being on YouTube, the people that I used to watch, or that I still watch, but how they are now does not make me want to start a YouTube channel. There's a lot of negativity going around, and hence even 3 years ago, there's a lot of toxicity in the fragrance community. And we'll talk more about that as this channel progresses. Hype fragrances. I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. Another reason I kind of got out of it 3 years ago. I wanted to bring a positive light to the YouTube, not just to the fragrance community, but kind of spread positivity. And I kind of started straying away from that. I started becoming part of the negativity. I will never get paid by a fragrance brand. I'll probably get free bottles. But again, this is going to be fragrances $100 or less. They're not paying me. Free bottles at a cheap price point, it's not worth half of the time, not even a quarter of the time that I actually put into editing and actually filming these videos. And you know what? This is about affordability. Sure, give me free fragrances. You guys can give me free fragrances. I'll review them, but I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm going to tell you why I don't like it and why it won't work for me. But again, you have to understand this. Just because it doesn't work for me does not mean it's not going to work for you. Or, vice versa. Just because you like something doesn't mean I'm going to like it. Fragrance is completely subjective. You should know that by now if you have been watching YouTube fragrance influencers for even like five minutes. A lot of these influencers out there, they're getting paid. It is a daisy effect. It's a daisy chain that, they post it on TikTok, they post it here, they post it there, and, they're getting paid for it. And so they got to like it. So it means you got to like it. And then you're going to go spend your hard earned money on it. And then you don't like it. And then you got to try to sell it. And you're not going to get your money out of it. Just like me, I sold 50-60% of my fragrance collection to start a business. And now I don't have that business anymore, but I had to buy tools, I had to buy licensing, I had to do all the, jump through all these hoops and loops and do all these things and spend a lot of money. And the best way for me to do it is to look at my fragrance collection and be like, I have way too many fragrances. I had well over 1,000 fragrances. I still have about 400-ish. I don't know, 500. I don't know. I haven't really counted them in a while. But I was spending so much on fragrances with my other channel. I mean, I had tons of Rajas, I had Creeds, I had Killians, I had thousands and thousands of dollars worth of fragrances, and I got no return. So that's why this channel is going to be very important to me, and I think hopefully very important to y'all. Now, if I do get my other channel back, I will talk about those high-end niche fragrances. I'll probably go buy that frickin' Bleu de Chanel that actually I freaking love, but in my opinion is way, way, way overpriced. Anywho, the next thing I want to talk about is how we're going to, or how I'm going to, view Middle Eastern fragrances, or clones, or dupes, or inspired by fragrances. How am I going to view them? To me, there's no such thing as a one-to-one clone. All right, so that just makes it a fragrance. Okay, now they're trying to replicate another fragrance, but they can never get there. They can never get 100% there. Why? Because think about it this way. It's like counterfeiting a $100 bill. You can counterfeit it, but you can never make it 100% the real thing. Hence why it's called a counterfeit. Same thing with fragrances. It might smell the same, but it's not exactly the same because fragrance houses use signature ingredients that they are trademarked to that house that other fragrance houses can't necessarily get, or probably can't get at all. And they also, a lot of fragrance houses use higher quality ingredients. Not saying that a lot of these other fragrances, like let's say Afnan or I don't know, Zamaya right here, they probably have some lower end ingredients, synthetic, if you will, but every single fragrance house uses synthetics. And honestly, when it boils down to it, even a Creed fragrance probably only costs about $8 to $10 to make, and you're expected to pay $600? Where's the logic in that? Back a few years ago, well, not that long ago actually, a lot of these clones, dupes inspired by fragrances didn't smell good. They were terrible. But they've come a long way. But I'm not going to look at them like, I'm not going to do, head to head on, does it smell like the original? No. I'm going to tell you whether or not it's good, whether or not it will fit on your shelf and get used, and if it's worth buying. I'll let you know, what kind of, where it fits, in the fragrance, family tree. But I'm not going to compare the fragrances. I'm going to be like, hey, this kind of has that Aventus-y DNA, but it's not Aventus. And if you're looking at buying Aventus, this will do it for you at a much, much, much lower price point. It'll get you noticed, you'll enjoy it, and that's really all that matters. It'll create memories for you. You'll become a memory, and that's what's important. I'm not going to call them clones. I'm not going to call them dupes. I'm just going to call them fragrances. And that's it. If it scratches the itch for you, that's all that matters. If it scratches the itch for me, that's definitely all that matters. So, affordable fragrances, building a fragrance collection together. I'll be doing niche fragrances, designer fragrances, independent fragrances, Middle Eastern fragrances, and whatever other fragrances there are out there. So yes, clone dupe houses, but I'm just going to call them fragrance houses. We'll do live streams. I'll have special guests. If I find anybody worth talking to, we'll talk about other fragrance reviewers in a positive light, but I'll also kind of show you the negative side that you need to be careful with. And no hype. Well, hype where hype is due. Let's put it that way. There's going to be hype, but none of this like, oh my God, this is gas. This is fire. You should go out and buy this. No. I'm also going to break it down to like, if you already own this fragrance, don't get this. That's the other thing I don't want to do is have a bunch of fragrances that all smell the same. That, I understand like there's certain times that I'm going to have to do it, but probably some of those fragrances are going to be gifted to y'all in giveaways, things like that. Now, when am I going to be posting videos? So my goal is to post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm not doing every day. I work out of town. I am on the road all the time. I travel the entire United States for work. So when I'm home, I will film as many videos as I can. I'll try to, if I know I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, I'll film 6 videos and then edit while I'm on the road. So I don't know what time yet because I don't even have any subscribers yet. Oh, speaking of which, if you want to be a part of this channel and you want to see this, see this fragrance collection grow and you want help growing your fragrance collection affordably, then it's free. Hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. Throw me up one of these. Do all the things. Share it to all your friends because there's 10,151 subscribers that probably don't even know I'm gone. But I'd love to have them back, and I'd love to have them on this channel. And hopefully I'll have that other channel back. And then we can, y'all, if you never subscribed to my other channel, subscribe there. And if you want to talk about more high-end fragrances, we'll do it there. But anywho, that is all I have for you today. Stay tuned for the next video, which is going to be my first impressions of Afnan's 9 p.m. night out. Is it going to be good? I have no idea. So you'll just have to wait and see, and we'll talk about it. But that is it for this episode. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Keep smelling great and stay frugal, and I'll see you in the next one.
And you wanna ride